learn a lot, brothers and sisters, and we can learn a lot from them. They, for example, I've been to their Sefer Day in New York City, where they shut down, you know, Times Square, and they protest and they give speeches in Times Square. They shut it down. There's police all over the place.
There's manifestations all over the world.
It's amazing,
yeah.
and they do it all over the world. And you see that the Armenians protest in Times Square. They shut down a whole area in Times Square, and you see all the Armenians there handing out pamphlets. And just as an Armenian comes to you and he or she hands you a pamphlet, a Turkish person comes behind that person and hands me a pamphlet as well, discrediting the genocide.
Oh.
So you have Turkish flags,
like parallel to one another.
Absolutely. So you have Armenian flags and you have Turkish flags behind them protesting against the Armenians. So this is, the Turks are very smart. It's a strong battle, and one that we at SUA and all Syriac groups, we have to look at it from a strategic perspective about the genocide, and we have to say to ourselves, how are we going to address this? We are not recognized as having a genocide against us, and the Armenians are working tirelessly to get that recognition, and we can learn from them, but we have to do something different. We have to work with the Armenians, and we have to see where we can take it as well. But if I go back to...
you're talking about the genocide here. I know you're going back to the first, the issue of St. Gabriel. But is it like this, Daniel, that St. Gabriel issue case is waking up those memories and feelings of the genocide that, it's not going to happen to us again? Am I right? Yeah,
you're right. Many famous Armenian writers have written about the continual destruction of their society in Turkey, the continual taking of land, the theft of land, the taking away of the culture of the Armenians as being a manifestation of the genocide. And we agree with that. When you take away the land of our people, you continually put us under pressure. You continually make us feel fearful. So when we were speaking to the 100 students, and they said to us, "Why don't you come back?" And
when they were asking you and Johnny, why did your people leave the country, what was the answer?
We were very honest with them. We were very honest with them.
Because of the genocide?
Well, we told them that it was several different things. I mean, you can... my parents, for example, God bless them, they left in the early 1960s. They were continually abused. You know, there were trigger points that happened where my parents said they can't live there anymore. The continual pressure put on Christian minorities in these villages is immense. We should make no mistake, it's a terrible way to live constantly. My father and my mother have told me about it. It's shocking what they've gone through. They've told me the stories about the genocide. They've told me about what's happened to their mothers and their grandmothers and their brothers, and I told them. I told the students as well that I am hurt by the fact that my culture has been ripped away from me. I now live in Australia. Well, I live everywhere, but my culture, my Syriac, Aramean culture,
we're not living there,
has been ripped away from me. Just like every other Syriac person who lives in Europe or in America or in Asia, our culture has been taken away from us as a result of the genocide, as a result of the abuse, as a result of the discrimination, as a result of the inequality. And I told them, and Johnny told them, and it's a small step. It's 100 students in a university, but it's the biggest university in Turkey, and we spoke to them about it. There's so much more to do, but
I mean, I think everybody feels or felt the same when we heard first thing about the threatening against the St. Gabriel Monastery, that it's not going to happen to us again. We're not going to let this happen. And actually, seeing you now and knowing Johnny and what you're doing, and knowing that you were born and raised in the diaspora, yet from parents who faced the pressure, who undergone all these kinds of pressure yet they could bring up a child like you. I mean, it gives hope to us for the generation that, oh, all right, we lost a lot, we left the country, but we're still here, and we are going to defend our rights in the Athro. This is great, and I think that we need to make more interviews and the spotlight, and hopefully with Johnny to continue talking about this, because I think it's very important that we know, everybody knows how much you are doing, and I mean, I'm speechless hearing all these great stuff, great steps that you're taking. As I called it earlier, it's fighting the good fight of faith. All I can say here on behalf of everybody from our community, from the Syriac Aramaic people, that we thank you so much. It's been an honor for me, Daniel, to have you here. It's been an honor and a blessing to hear about St. Gabriel, about our people. I send my greetings to each person in those villages, in the monastery, to Sayyidina, to the monks, to the nuns, to the deacons. Our hearts are with you. We are praying that you will not be forced to leave this sacred place of our Athro. Thank you very much, Daniel. And as I told you, I'm speechless, so I'll just let you say what you feel and what you have on mind now.
Thank you very much. There's, I don't know what to say, but you know, we do what we can as the little things that I do. There's many other people that do much more than me. Believe me. So there's you know, we do whatever we can, and we try our best to help our people with the means that we have. Believe me, there's so much more to do, and we need people's help. We need people to be angry. We need our people to stand up and say that they're not going to accept this anymore. This is not just about Mor Gabriel anymore. This is about other villages as well. Your village may be impacted tomorrow. There's other villages right now that are being impacted by the same thing that Mor Gabriel is facing. So you have... It's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. So you have villages like Angel, in Wardo, Kerboran, Bote, Bakasian, Dairo da Salibo. You have many... There's a long list of other villages where we are being impacted. And I spoke to the head of the General Director of Land Registry and Cadastre. I spoke to him at this ceremony that we went to last week. His name is Mehmet Zeki Adli. And I spoke to him about it, and I interviewed him on camera, and I asked him, how do you feel about this, that you have international eyes looking at you? Because you, as the head of the boundary line dispute team, the boundary line coordination team, you are responsible for this. You are the one that are redrafting boundary lines in a way which is disadvantaging, discriminating against Christian minorities. And what are you doing about Mor Gabriel? And his response was that he believes he's doing everything in an equal way. He said that he believes in equality, that he is personally involved in the Mor Gabriel issue, that he has appointed 2 other individuals that are looking at this with him personally. This is how important Mor Gabriel is to him, he's told us. And it's, you know, you don't know what to believe anymore. You know, it's so tricky. It's very political. It's very political. But we thank God that the Prime Minister has now got involved. The Prime Minister of Turkey has now got involved. We thank God that Obama is involved, that Hillary Clinton's involved. We thank God that media has, you know, embraced this issue, that parliamentarians in the EU have done the same, and our people have stood up and said we're not going to accept this, and for that we're also extremely thankful. Yeah, I think it was also a very good opportunity to have you here to inform people more about what is going to happen, and I promise the audience that we will have further interviews to talk more about this issue, Daniel. Okay. Daniel, thank you very much for being here. And thank you. I'm honored, as I said, I'm honored to have you here, and I wish you luck, you and all your colleagues and all the people involved in
this issue and every time's issue that concern our people. Ladies and gentlemen, that was all for tonight. The only thing I can say that we as people, if we could not affect our past, being the victims, feeling the victims every day, can we make something for the future, at least to make our ancestors proud of us? Thank you for watching. See you next time. Fushum Bashlomo. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
How was that?